here from my hotel room just nearby from the O2 in London, where obviously tonight AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling have Forbidden Door. Yes, it's not All In as the traditional end of August, end of summer bank holiday weekend here in the UK. It's just Forbidden Door, but it's going to be All In next year, and I hope to attend that as well. Well, and this is why I'm going to do my live stream for these predictions, because obviously I'm going to the show. And also that I didn't go to the Dynamite and Collision taping in Glasgow on Wednesday night. And otherwise, it would have been nice, all edited, all put together and everything. But either way, here are my predictions. I'm just going to leave it at that. Starting off with the 0 hour as Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, and El Desperado, and Yua Uemura. It's off against the CRU and Action Andre and Leo Rush and the Don Callis family of Josh Alexander and Segrika. I think I pronounced that wrong. I shouldn't really know. But either way, I'm going to go with Paragon and El Desperado and Yuri Uemura on this one. It's a toss-up. I'm just going to go with that. Moving on to the 8 women tag team matches, a triangle of madness of Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla, and Megan Bain with Penelope Ford in their corner faces off against Harley Cameron, Chris Statlander, Queen Amanada, and Willow Nightingale. Plain and simple, I think I'll go with Harley Cameron, Queen Amanada, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale on this one. Moving on to the next match, as Jet Speed of Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey face off. They don't face off. They go up against Mike Loku and Goa Bishop. I beg your pardon, it is a trios match. I'm just getting off Wikipedia here. Not the last time, I'll say that. As Jet Speed, yes, Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey face off, and Michael Oku face off against Goa. That's Bishop Khan and Toa Leone and Ricochet. Well, I'm just going to... Michael Oku, he tore the house down with Leon Slater last night at the Rev Pro show. I was there. You might have seen the broadcast. The Ginger 42 offered Ricky Knight Jr. a beer when the main event did spill into the crowd. But I digress. We're going to go with you. I'm going to go on this match. I'm going to go with Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Michael Oku on this one. And one more match in the pre-show is for the AEW World Trios Championship as the Ops of Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Powerhouse Hobbs face off against the Bullet Club War Dogs, Driller Maloney, Clark Connors, and Robbie X. Yes, Robbie X, guy from Lincoln. He was at my local indie fed NJPW. That's how I first heard of him. And just to think he's going to be wrestling in AEW and he wrestles in New Japan. Kind of great, isn't it? Either way, I'm going to go with the Ops to retain on this one. Right, what match to start on the main card now? How about the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and instead of one opponent, it's 2, as it was made on Dynamite this past week, as Brody King and Bandito face off against FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. They're Syndicates, they're beasts, they're hurt people. I'm going to go, as my bag just falls there, live television, everybody. The Hurt Syndicate, they're beasts, they're hurt people. I'm going to go with the Hurt Syndicates on this one. Moving on, how about the AEW Unified Championship is on the line. Kazuchika Okada against Swerve Strickland. Obviously, Prince Nana has got a DJ set. An after party at the Indigo later tonight. I'm going to be there for that one as well. And Kazuchika Okada, I think I'm going to go with Strickland, but I'm loosely confident Strickland's going to win this one. How about the 4-way match for the AEW TBS Championship? Mercedes Moné, the CEO, defends against Alice Windsor, Persephone, and Bazilla. And I'm going to go with your CEO on this one. I think I'm just going to go with the CEO. Play it safe. Moving on, the AEW TNT Championship is on the line as Kyle Fletcher faces off against Hiromu Takahashi. And I am going to go with Kyle Fletcher, I think, on this one. All right, moving on. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Zack Sabre Jr., he had a really great match. I'm trying to remember who it was with. I forgot his name. Suzuya won it last night at the Rev Pro show. I'm just trying to remember. Thank you to Ginger42. Zack Sabre Jr. faces off against Nigel McGuinness. There he is, just trying to make a scene. He has to make an appearance, doesn't he? It's all right. It's absolutely fine. Zack Sabre Jr. faced off against Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia in his corner. Plain and simple, I'm going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. on this one. What other matches have we not done on the main card? How about a tag team match I'm very looking forward to, as I can finally say I've seen my all-time favourite wrestler, the Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, in person, as Adam Copeland and Christian Cage tag team against Killswitch and Kip Sabian with Mother Wayne in their corner. Do I think my all-time favourite wrestler's going to get a win? I actually don't. I have the feeling, well, obviously, Nick Wayne was going to be in Killswitch's place, but unfortunately he's injured. I'm going to go with Killswitch and Kip Sabian on this one. I feel Copeland and Cage are going to go put over the younger guys, I think, on this one. So for that, I'm going to go with Killswitch and Kip Sabian on this one. Again, Kip Sabian, a guy who I first heard of from watching NJPW. He's been in AEW since day one. And, well, it's amazing to see him fight one of my all-time favourite wrestlers in the Rated R Superstar. I'm really looking forward to that. All the matches have we not done? How's about for the AEW Women's World Championship, as Athena is cashing the privilege she won at All In the Casino Gauntlets, as it's Timeless Sunstorm defending against the fallen goddess Athena. And, well, I'm going to go. I just have the feeling Athena's going to win. So for that, I'm going to go with the fallen goddess on this one. I believe that leaves 2 matches left. And it's going to be for the AEW World Championship, I'm going to go with first. Hangman Adam Page defends against MJF. He would be defending It would be cashing in the privilege that he won back All In. However, this past week on Dynamite, he decided he didn't have to. So I have the feeling there's going to be some shenanigans, as if Page is counted out or disqualified, he will lose the title, as the conditions MJF made this past week on Dynamite. And, well, I'm going to go with Page, and I have the feeling either MJF's going to turn on the Hurt Syndicate or it's going to be the other way around. I think if I was going to put money on it, I think it's going to be the Hurt Syndicate turning on MJF. And I believe that leaves one more match, and that is the Lights Out Steel Cage match, and that's why I think it's going to go on last. It is the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, the Ace in supposedly his last match, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Will Ospreay facing off against the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks and Matthew and Nicholas Jackson and Gabe Kidd. And, well, we don't know Ospreay's status, obviously, because he has got neck surgery, and he probably will get neck surgery after this event. But I'm going to go with team number 1, the Golden Lovers, Darby Allin, the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and the Aerial Assassin. Actually, no, scratch that. I'm going to go with the Death Riders, Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd, because I believe it's Hiroshi Tanahashi's last match, and there was the old saying, you go out on your back. I'm going to go with the Death Riders, the Bucks, and Gabe Kidd on this one. So those are my predictions for AEW's Forbidden Door, AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door, but it's more of an AEW event, isn't it? Either way, what do you think? Let me know yours down in that comment section below. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. If you are brand new to this channel, you like what you see here, you want some more, click that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you know whenever the hell I post next. Be sure to tell your friends how much of a great YouTuber I am, and to follow me on X at Hawkins_MattUS, on Instagram at BigMattHawk18. But as always, though, remember, hope to see you at the show if you go into it, by the way. But as always, though, remember, you need some cheer, have no fear, Big Matt Hawk is here.